Hi, this is Jen from Cashmerette, and today we're going to look at shortening zippers. Now, often when you're sewing a project, you need a specific length of zipper that you can't buy from the store. So in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to buy a longer zipper, and we're going to shorten it down to length. I'm going to use the Canton Moto jacket for this example, and we're going to use the right center front piece, and we're just going to lay our zipper out on the pattern piece, and then we'll mark along the top of the pattern piece and then half an inch down from that. Now this lower marking is the one where we need to remove our zipper teeth. I'm going to use a metal zipper for this example. The first thing we need to do is open up our zipper so we can work on one side at a time. Now, we've got a couple of different tools that you can use for this job. Oftentimes you will hear needle nose pliers, but personally I actually prefer a pair of wire cutters. I just find they have a much better point that I can use to get in where I need. So I'm going to use these. So all you need to do is each individual tooth just comes off. It's basically just held onto the edge of the tape, and we're going to pull it off in this direction. So I'm going to start with one of the zippers just above my line. I'm just going to try and grab a hold of the edge of the zipper, and it's a simple idea, but you just need some strength and you can pull it off. We're not trying to cut it, we're just trying to pull it. So once you've got the first one, I find the second one is a lot easier. We're just going to grab a hold of the single tooth and that is the hardest part, grabbing a hold of it, which is why I like these small nosed pliers the best. And we just pull it off. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, so once you've started removing teeth, we need to think about how we're going to stop the zipper from coming straight off. Now, at this point, if I was to pull the zipper pull off, it's just going to come straight off. So we need to create a zipper stop. On a zipper, there is already a zipper stop at the top, and if we're lucky, we can remove this zipper stop and apply it back down here. You can also buy these zipper stops, or afterwards I'm going to show you how to create a zipper stop just using a needle and thread. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if we can remove these zipper stops. Basically, all the zipper stop is it's a little C-shaped piece of metal that clamps around the edge of the zipper tape. So all we want to do is sort of get a wedge into the edge of it and push those edges apart so it's going to come off. So again, we're going to use our wire cutters because they have this beautiful little wedge shape. We're going to use the very edge of it to try and get underneath there. We'll balance. I find it's actually easier to do on the side where there's no teeth, so that's why I've just flipped it over. I'm going to try and get the end of it right underneath there and just gently squeeze. And we'll try from the other side. Yep, now it's going right underneath and it's opened up. So if you look at it, you can see now that it's just opened up. So if we go back to our marks, which have nicely rubbed off, we need this zipper stop to sit just underneath our mark. So as you can see, we've still got a couple of teeth right here. So I'm going to remove a couple of extra teeth underneath the mark. Now, how many teeth you remove will depend on how wide your zipper stop is. This one, I sort of needed 1.5. So I've just done that. And then we make sure that it's around the right way. And we'll position the zipper stop just below that original marking. And then we're going to use our needle nose pliers this time to just squeeze that closed again. Make sure it's all neatly lined up and squeeze. Now, at this point, I often like to just use a nice little hammer to just gently give it a tap, make sure it's in place. And now that zipper stop cannot be pulled off. It actually can, so I'm just going to give it another squeeze again, nice and tight. That feels more. And that's how we would create a new zipper stop using an existing one. So we're going to need to do the exact same thing on the other side of the tape, but for this one, I'm going to demonstrate a different method. So say you can't get the zipper stop off. I've had that happen before. Sometimes they're really thick and you just cannot prise them open. What you can do is you can just use a thread to create a new stop in between two of the zipper teeth. So I've just got a standard needle and thread here. I've kept the thread doubled over so that it's a little bit thicker. And just starting from the back of the tape, in between these two, I'm actually going to move down one zipper from this line just so that it can't get right to the very, very top. And we're just going to sew up and over the edge. So we want our thread to come and sit right in between the two zipper teeth. And then we pull it around again, and we're just going to keep going around and around and around until we've built up a nice little zipper stop. So this is actually another way that you can also shorten a plastic zipper. The exact same method, you just use needle and a thread to sew in between two teeth to create a new zipper stop. I've done a fair few loops around. I'm just going to test it out. Now, very, very carefully, I'm going to raise my zipper up to that end. Oh, it's still going right over the top of that stop, so I'm going to keep going and keep building up layer upon layer of this thread. Basically, I've found that you need to build it up until it's about the same height as the teeth. So this is where, actually, if you've got top stitching thread, might work a little bit better. It'll be thicker and it'll be faster. Once you've got your thread to the thickness that you think you're going to need, it's just a matter of tying off the remainder of the thread. So I'm just going to bring it over one more time and then just create a knot on the back side. Okay. So generally I would probably do this with a black thread so it wouldn't be noticed, but we've done it in color here just so you can see. And we've now got a zipper stop that's stopping our zipper pull from going all the way off. So again, I'm going to have to remove all the extra teeth from above this zipper stop. You want to leave that one tooth above the zipper stop. It's just going to create a little bit more of a barrier. And then how many zipper teeth you pull off above the stop is basically just dependent on how much extra zipper tape you need. So in this case, I would probably take another 2 or 3 off, and then we can just cut the zipper just below there, and we've now got a nicely shortened zipper. So that was how to shorten a metal zip. If you're using a plastic zipper, you can do something fairly similar. What you're going to want to do is, again, you'll mark the location that you need to cut your zipper tape at. But this time, I probably wouldn't worry about removing the teeth. With the plastic zippers, you can usually sew very slowly past the teeth so we can keep them in there. But you will want to create a new zipper stop. You can do that using the needle and thread method that I showed, and just creating a zipper stop between 2 of the teeth, and then cut the zipper off at the height that you need. And if necessary, you can just fold the rest of the teeth out of the way.